Did that sound just unlock a core memory for you? A core memory you thought you'd never ever get to relive ever again in your entire existence? Because as we all know, nostalgia sometimes hits harder than our first breakup.
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
But the question we're here to answer today is this the perfect all-in-one retro gaming machine? Almost. Want to play old Mac and PC games?
You got it.
Want to play old SNES games?
You got it.
Sega?
You got it.
PS1 games? Using a PlayStation 5 controller? You got it. Wait, what? Let's start with that one. Grab yourself a little program called Virtual Game Station by ConnectX, still available on the Macintosh repository with all the instructions and installation guides there. Finding period correct gamepads that actually work with these old Macs can be troublesome. But one controller that you can be sure that works on the iMac G3 is the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. Install yourself USB Overdrive, which helps you interact with the DualSense controller. Grab your favorite PlayStation 1 game, simply insert your game disc, and Bob's your uncle.
Uncle Bob?
It's not perfect by any means. The simpler games seem to run great, the more complicated games don't seem to run so great. The glitches like music and just general unplayability.
Yeah, the fighting one. So you just get this game to get it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Mum. What about those older console games? Well, you're actually well covered. There are still quite a few that are supported on Mac OS 9 and Mac OS 10, like SNES 9X for all your Super Nintendo and Famicom games. And yes, the DualSense controller will also work with these emulators. Classic. Oh, get stuff. That one hits hard. And well, if you're a Sega fanboy, now, I've had a little bit of trouble filming the iMac G3, as you can see, matching those refresh rates, which are a little bit limited. I've been really blown away over just how good those SNES and Genesis games and other 240p systems look on the iMac G3. PlayStation 1, not as sharp, and I think that's because Virtual Game Station kept improving their upscaling over time. And this is where the almost comes into it. If you're a 240p purist, 15 kilohertz purist, then the iMac G3 probably isn't for you when it comes to that generation of systems and games. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Master System, Genesis, because the minimum resolution we've got is 640 by 480 at 117 Hz refresh rate. Next up, 800 by 600 at 95 Hz and 1024 by 768 at 75 Hz. So actually some some nice resolutions there for a PC, for a computer, you know? So if you're playing those games and you want pure motion clarity, then it's going to be a little bit lacking. If you're not fussed about that, or you just love playing cozy RPGs and strategy games from those systems, then this is perfect because they look really nice, really nice. And of course, what about all those classic Macintosh games? Bless you, Blizzard. Bless your beautiful company, how you used to make all of your games for Windows and Mac. A lot of the time on the same CD. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I still love the look and the graphics Diablo 1 over Diablo 2. Call me crazy. Oh man, simulation games, you know what you came here to see. A giant UFO destroying everything. Yeah. What about DOS games? They used to run like arse on Macintosh computers, especially 68K. Okay, so the DOS sound isn't perfect. If you're like me, you grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, you probably went to school and worked on an iMac G3. I loathed them. I hated them then. I was a PC boy, DOS, Windows. I thought these were the worst things in the entire world. But that's because I probably didn't game on them, unless you count albino black sheep, anyone. But as the years roll on, there really is something quite cute and cool and retro modern about these colourful iMacs. I like the fact that it's all in one and fairly compact. 1001, 1002. Modern computers are great for emulating retro games, but you might not want to clog up your computer with all that junk. Plus, playing them on real period correct hardware with a 4:3 screen. Something that smells bad. It's clearly overheating. Doesn't get much better than that. They made quite a few revisions of the iMac G3. Each of them getting better, but it's hard to tell which one you've got sometimes. And there's a lot of information and websites and videos out there on how to determine which one you've got. Generally, the ones with the slot loading CD drives have more RAM and more CPU power. Don't pay a premium for them because like all retro and vintage machines, there's usually something wrong with them. The CD drive can go. The PRAM usually needs replacing. The speakers can sometimes need replacing. The surrounds around the speaker drive are rot and deteriorate. And while not impossible, it's one of the more intimidating machines to open up and fix. While we're on the inside, we might as well also note it's not a Trinitron. So many of Apple's products before, especially their all-in-one computers, had a Trinitron tube. But as a cost-saving measure, they had started to phase them out earlier. And the keyboard and mouse suck for gaming. But when it really comes down to it, there's a little iMac G3 in all of us, isn't there? Cute as a button, all-in-one machine that just lets you relive your youth. Oh, why to get dark? dark like my schoolboy breakups. Shh. Go now. Live in the past. Be free. I'll see you next time.